What up, YouTube? This is Steven, and I'm back with another news article analysis. And the title of this article that I'm going to analyze is Ayumi Hamasaki graduates, and that's in quotes, graduates from Twitter. And this article was posted on aramajapan.com, and that's the site where I got it from. So thanks a lot to Arama Japan for being a great source for um, news regarding J-pop artists. All right, so I'm going to read the article and give my thoughts and opinions. So here I go. After Ayumi Hamasaki uploaded a picture that led to divorce rumors on the 22nd of October, fans of the singer noticed that all of her tweets have been deleted. Okay, so apparently Ayumi hasn't learned from other celebrities that you don't be posting all your personal business on Twitter. You know, especially being in the position that Ayumi Hamasaki is in. She is a very famous, like, basically like a megastar in Japan. And she's a public figure. And people want to have access to their public figures as much as possible. They want to know everything about them. And because of that, you have to be careful of what you post, because people, they want to know more, they want to speculate, and also people want to tear you down and use that information against you. So, yeah, it seems like Ayumi hasn't learned from other people's mistakes, other celebrities' mistakes. Perhaps she's been living under a rock, perhaps, or perhaps this just doesn't happen as much in Japan as it does in America, But let's go on to the next part. One short tweet left by her staff informs, quote unquote, this account is being managed by Ayumi Hamasaki's staff and is making a fresh start as a source for the latest information. Please support us from now on too. IU herself may also tweet once in a while, ... and a music note symbol. And that's it. So, yeah, basically Ayumi is now pretty much going to have like a social media team who handles all of her tweets, it looks like. And, on one hand, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's probably a good thing. But on the other hand, people like to have, like, or to have access to their celebrities, especially since Ayumi is sort of like in the industry and her music is aimed at a certain audience, and that audience uses Twitter, and they would like for, like, if Ayumi is using Twitter, they want her to do the tweeting, not her staff, because they want to feel like, okay, I'm directly following Ayumi Hamasaki versus, okay, I'm following a news source for Ayumi Hamasaki. Do you understand what I'm saying, or understand where I'm getting at? Because when she does it like this, some fans may have some issues with that, because, okay, it's like they followed her on Twitter so that they could have more of a connection with Ayumi. But if it's her staff that's doing this, then they really probably aren't going to feel that connection, because it's not really Ayumi. It's her staff doing the tweets, So on one hand, I don't think it's a good idea, but on the other hand, I think this is better than her completely getting off Twitter. I just hope that since other people are going to be handling her tweets, and I don't know if this goes for all of Ayumi Hamasaki's social media or just Twitter, but I'm going to assume it's probably just Twitter for now. But it probably may end up being all of her social media. But I hope that Ayumi gives her staff good information to post on her Twitter timeline, so that it still feels like Ayumi is doing it. It still feels like you have an intimate connection with Ayumi Hamasaki versus, oh, I have a single and it comes out on, such and such date, versus, hey, you guys, I have, like, look at this meal that I made. I cooked the meal all by myself today. I think, they fans would probably want that more, the latter, the more intimate, personal connection. And I hope that Ayumi continues to do that if she has done that in the past, continues on perpetuating that. All right. So on to the next part. Ayumi's fans reacted in shock, and here are their reactions. You know, or at least some of them. Quote unquote. Eh? Question mark. Why all of a sudden? Let's see. Next. Isn't the way that they handled this awful? Possibly. Possibly. I don't mind this becoming an official account, but why go as far as to delete all of her tweets and exchanges with her fans? That's a good question. Why did they have to wipe away everything? Why can't they just maybe wipe away that photo? Because I think the photo that she posted probably was like the straw that broke the camel's back. If you understand what I'm saying, like that was the last straw. I think perhaps she could have just deleted that and everything and all tweets associated with that. But she deleted everything in the past too. So, it's like sometimes when I'm not like a big um, Twitter user, but on occasions I have gone to some minor celebrities' accounts and looked at their tweets and looked at their timeline, and I'm like, wow, I'm actually learning some information about them, like learning more and more about them, and feeling like I'm getting some information from them that I didn't know beforehand. And that was because they didn't delete their tweets; they kept their timeline. And since Ayumi has done this, and it's like it really is kind of like starting over. And I don't think that was necessary, but I guess Ayumi perhaps wanted to make a statement as well as to sort of create a new era, so to speak. Like from this point forward, it's going to be like this. In the past, it's in the past and it doesn't matter. So let me just wipe it away so that you won't have access to the past and see how it was before I changed it up. Something like that. All right, next. I want to be notified before data gets wiped. ... I don't think that's going to happen. If the data means that much to you, you better screenshot it, because a lot of these celebrities end up deleting stuff. But thankfully, people screenshot it, and thankfully, very much thankfully that they do, because sometimes some celebrities be saying some nasty, slick stuff that people need to know about. But sometimes they'll say it, but then delete their post, and then think that no one has access to it again. But someone took a screenshot of it, so they do. And it's not slander because it's true. This is what you posted. You may have deleted it, but you did originally post this. So technically, that's not slander. That's the truth. The truth is not slander. All right. Next, this is another reaction. This is terrible. Why did they have to delete this precious, or delete the precious things we had up until now? Good question. I think that I don't think that was necessary, but again, I think Ayumi wanted to make a point and perhaps sort of make a break, kind of like separate herself from the past, and like, this was the past, but now let me make a fresh start. As they stated here, as her people did state, like she wanted, like, Ayumi staff is making a fresh start. Next, why is the icon a screenshot of Canaria PV? Canaria PV? I never heard of that. Is that an Ayumi Hamasaki song? I usually know her PVs. I guess maybe this is like an old school Ayumi Hamasaki song. Kanariya, Kanariya. And also, quick sidebar. Have you guys noticed, particularly Ayumi Hamasaki fans, um, have you noticed on YouTube, they like Avex has been posting more Ayumi Hamasaki videos in full like lately for some reason. And I think that's pretty cool. I don't know why they're doing it. I guess they want to earn some money or a couple of more bucks off of the videos since, they did finance the videos. Um, but yeah, I'm kind of being reminded of how awesome Ayumi Hamasaki was, no shade, and as well how awesome Ayumi Hamasaki can be. See how I made it better there, where I'm saying this is how awesome Ayumi can be. um, so yeah, I do appreciate having the full length um, music videos of Ayumi Hamasaki. Granted, they're not every single. They didn't post every single video in her discography, but still, a pretty decent amount. Probably more so around the time of maybe Memorial Address up into the point of maybe Guilty or a little bit after Guilty. Yeah, around that time, At least that's what I'm seeing. But then again, it could be a little bit before, because I did see Real Me, and I think that's before, yeah, that is before Memorial Address. So I guess from about Real Me to about maybe a little bit after Miracle World, where she's running around France, running from immigration. I'm looking at the video the whole time. I'm like, run, Ayumi! Immigration on the port you. But back to this topic. All right. Next tweet of fan dissatisfaction. Did her staff decide this? I want IU to tweet, not her staff exactly. I think that's what I was getting. That's pretty much what I was getting at earlier in this video that I'm making. Like her fans want her to tweet. They don't want her staff to tweet, especially the demographic that Ayumi is marketed toward. The demographic that buys her music, they want Ayumi to tweet. If Ayumi had like fans who were like 50 plus, then this probably wouldn't matter. But her fans are like teenagers up until maybe like late 20s, early 30s maybe. And they want Ayumi to tweet, not her staff to tweet. And this will probably, Ayumi could save this if she makes sure that what her staff tweets seems authentic, even though they know it's from her staff. At least it can be like, okay, Ayumi is giving this to her staff to tweet versus, okay, her staff is just tweeting stuff, promotional stuff like, hey, my single comes out in da-da-da. My album comes out this week. Or, hey, I'm advertising for this latest cell phone. Stuff like that. But, they want, if it's just stuff like that, people are probably going to fall off of Twitter, fall off of following her. But they want the authentic feel, That's what Twitter is really about when it comes to celebrities. And people in general, but celebrities definitely. All right, next. And this is the last reaction. We get enough staff info from her fan club letter, ... Yeah. Exactly. So it's like, pretty much, is this going to become just another fan club letter? Is this going to just become another advertising place? Or is this... Because it seems like that's where it's headed at this point, because Ayumi seems to have severed ties with Twitter, and I think that was probably the reason that she did want to wipe away her past tweets in her timeline, to make a point that, hey, I am severing my ties with Twitter, and now on, from this point forward, my staff is going to handle this. Let's see. Closing words. Is Ayumi fed up with how the media reacted to her tweets, or has this been decided for her? Tell us your opinion in the comments. And that's in the article. And a couple of good questions that they pose at the end of this article. I think this may have been a reaction to people getting all up in her business about the status of her marriage, you know. But then again, Ayumi, you sort of brought that on yourself with all those hashtags you put in, though. So you got to own up to what the part you played in it too. It wasn't just the fans. Like you, if it was just like, "Hey, happy in paradise," "Hey, I love my husband," then folks wouldn't have reacted like that, you know. But instead, you put hashtags like "so long, bye bye," or it's like another hashtag like "so long, old love, hello, new love." You know, hashtags like that, indicating that it seems like you're putting something to an end, some type of a relationship or situation to an end while simultaneously starting a new one. Thus, people assume that was your marriage. And you hugged up on a guy who doesn't look like your husband. But to be fair, we didn't see his face. We just saw him from like the neck down and you hugging on him. But again, Ayumi, you did play a part in that. You know, you got to own up to the part you played in it. It wasn't just the fans, you know. And had you just not have posted that, then maybe people wouldn't have went all up in your business like that. Because it's not like it's not like the fans are getting all up in her business about rumors that they are hearing. This was something that they reacted to that was posted by Ayumi Hamasaki herself. That's the thing. It's not like they just hearing rumors or reading rumors in magazines or online and then jumping and going to a Twitter page and like harassing her to answer if the rumor is true or not. This is something that Ayumi instigated, you know? So she got to own up to that. I do get where Ayumi is coming from, but again, she needs to own up to the part she played in it because Ayumi isn't 100% innocent in this either. And as well, I'm sure Ayumi has been able to benefit from Twitter at one point or another, at least. So, long story short, Ayumi Hamasaki has graduated from Twitter, apparently. Apparently, Twitter is a school, a place of education of some sort that you can graduate from. I didn't know that, but apparently you can. So, congratulations to Ayumi, you guys. You know, class of 2015. Yeah, woo! 2015, 2015, 2015. Exactly. But really, she needed to be. You know what? I was gonna go there, y'all. I really was gonna go there, but I think that I shouldn't go there because that might be a little nasty. Because I didn't mean it to be nasty, but I think I should not go there. But if you're wondering what I'm talking about, it's in relation to Ayumi Hamasaki and her dropping out of high school. And I think you can make the connection where I was going to go with her graduating from Twitter. You know what I'm saying? I think you can make that connection where I was going to go. But then I was like, nah, I shouldn't go there. That might be coming off a little shady. And, you know, ultimately, I'm not trying to shade Ayumi because I like Ayumi. And I hope that she continues to make music and have happiness in her personal life and all those things, you know. But it just, to keep it real, I ain't never followed Ayumi on Twitter. I'm not much of a Twitter user. But this is more so me going to bat for the people who do follow her on Twitter, you know. So what do you guys think? I can go on for probably another 5 to 10 minutes about this, but let me bring this video to a close. What do you guys think? How do you feel about this? You know, you think Ayumi has a point in doing this? Do you think that she brought this on herself to an extent? Do you think Ayumi is totally the victim in this? Hey, feel free to let me know what you guys think. Feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to give me a thumbs up. Your feedback and support are extremely appreciated and extremely valued. Until the next news article analysis, adios and goodbye for now.